Hey everybody, this is something I wanted to get to in class on Wednesday, but time didn't allow. I want to talk to you briefly about women in Beowulf. So, what do we know about men? We know that the most important relationship in the entire culture is that between a king and a warrior, necessarily a relationship between men, and that what this particular culture prizes above all else is physical strength. Again, something that men have. So, what this means is that in this culture, women have two roles. One, they are peace weavers. You marry them off to somebody that you're an enemy with to somehow unite two warring clans. Guess what? Women get passed as bodies between warring men. And then once she's married, she is a peace passer. So this is what Wealhtheow and Hygd do when we see them. They're basically glorified waitresses passing around drinks to men. So let's talk real quickly about the women we encounter in Denmark and Geatland. Wealhtheow, the young queen of Hrothgar. Her job is basically to say, Beowulf, I'm really glad you're here, and make sure the drinks keep coming. She is a peace passer. She would have been seen as an exemplary Anglo-Saxon queen. Hildebert is an example of what can go wrong, how women in this culture were powerless. This comes in the song that the poet sings after Beowulf has defeated Grendel. We hear that she's been married off to another tribe so as to earn peace between two warring tribes, but what happens in the meantime is that the son she's had with her new husband and her brother, the king of her old tribe, both die in a civil war, and so she's crying. And then we get Grendel's mother, who's like this gigantic transgressive force in the poem. Not only does she not pass peace, she destroys peace. She takes up the vengeance mantle, something that's only supposed to belong to men. Let's talk about the women we encounter in Geatland. On the way back, we hear this story about Modthrith, this woman who is so vengeful that if you look at her, she'll have you killed. And we're basically given this story like this is the worst queen ever. If a good queen is supposed to weave peace and pass peace, killing somebody for looking at you probably isn't the best policy. We then hear about Freewaru, who is Hrothgar's daughter. Beowulf tells his king Hygelac that Freewaru is going to marry a warrior named Ingeld, and that hopefully this will end the feud between Hrothgar and Ingeld's tribes. And Beowulf says, look, I don't think it's going to happen. People are going to get drunk at the wedding. They're going to remember that somebody from the other tribe killed their brother or their father, and things aren't going to go well. So Freewaru is sort of the parallel to Hildebert once we get to Geatland. And then finally we've got Hygd, who is the wife of Hygelac and represents the same kind of peace-passing, peace-weaving qualities that Wealhtheow did in Denmark. So that, in a nutshell, are the women of Beowulf.